this is something that many people are going through. Many people have faced it. Some people have accepted it. They have accepted the fact that it can happen. Some people don't like it so much that they want to avoid it, at all costs. They can do everything they can do to avoid it. And this is about failure. Failure, it's something that many people have accepted it. They have accepted that they can fail. Sometimes when they fail, they accept it, and other people, they don't like it so much that they do everything they can do to avoid it. And as young people, we are here sitting, and we are going to discuss about it. The fear of failure, the reactions, and what it does to each one of us. Hey guys, it's us again. We are back. The Good News Table Talk is back, Even though you weren't ready, we are here, and we are here to stay. This week we are here, we are strong, we have a strong team. I'm so happy, I'm so excited with what is coming for today, And I'm so excited. I want you to see the guys, the people who are here for today. We are so blessed, And today, I hope and I think it won't be a failure. You know why? It won't be a failure. We will succeed, And I am your host, led by the Lord of Hosts, Merveille. And I have next to me
Priscille.
And I have next to me here also
Coco.
And
Ellie.
Yes. Welcome, guys. Today we have a wonderful topic I want to share with each one of us. In Good News Table Talk, it's a table, it's a moment of sharing. It's a moment wherein we take a topic and we share with each other. It's not about giving lessons, it's about sharing experiences and to empower each other, And today I want to speak about a subject which, has inspired me these days. I was thinking about this subject, And first of all, I just have a simple question, guys. When was the last time you failed? And who did you tell first? When was the last time?
Going into it.
Yes,
Wow.
we have to go into it.
This is deep.
This is the time. When was the last time you failed?
Didn't waste time.
Yes. Let's start the game.
Actually, you began with the worst question.
When was the last time? The closest time? I can give you one. Yeah, it's the last time, like I can say 20, 30 minutes ago, I failed to be on time.
Okay.
I failed to be on time. I wanted to be on time, but we arrived. It was like 2 minutes after 10, when the time of recording. I failed to be on time. I'm telling you. So I've answered both questions. So
Who wants to go next?
when was the last time you have failed?
Last time.
It could be this morning. I don't know. Something has happened, or yesterday, or
Actually, it depends about which kind of failure we are talking about. There are some kind of failure. When you fail, it's very heartbreaking. You have a broken heart, and there are some failure you just like, okay, it can happen. But I think the most painful failure that I had, it was 3 years ago when I failed at my school. It was very painful for me. I didn't want to talk about it just because, when you were raised like a man, very smart, you were thinking you were smart. So for your first time, you fail. It's painful to talk about it. And even when you have friends, it's hard. You have to keep it for yourself just because you have some pride. It's up to you. So yes, this is what I can share.
And did you tell someone first about it, or just kept it for yourself?
For a while, I kept it for myself. But I think, yes, I received some support from my family, actually. It was great. But even though that I talk about it to them, it was still painful, It was my first experience to get failed. So, yeah, it was like that.
Yeah. It's very deep. Thank you for sharing this experience. And you guys?
Uh,
You are winning all the time. All you do is win, win, win. Or
nah, that's not true. I think everybody feels. Everybody has a failure. I think mine was. I think. I think about a year ago because for me a year ago I was like in a deep depression. I was in a very deep depression. I think I was at the lowest in my life at that moment. Yeah, I failed to control it. I failed to control my emotions while I was in that depression. I failed at um, trying my best to step out of that depression. So I think at that time that was like the moment I felt like, damn, I felt how deep I failed in life at that moment. I think, and I think I spoke to one person about it, but I didn't go into detail because at that time I wasn't the type of person to tell everything to someone. So I think for me that was like really the time I felt like I failed, really failed. So yeah.
and what about you?
So for me, um, I would say I fail every day. I'm not talking about sin, but failure. So I'm a mom, and for me, like every day, I fail them in some ways. Some bigger than others, but at the end of the day, when I look at the day that I spend with them, I'm like, okay, maybe I should have done this
That's
better, or I reacted that way. And for me, it's like a daily failure with them, yeah. And I try to talk about it with people that can, give me some insights, some, or maybe just to reassure me and saying, no, you are doing great. Every parent makes mistakes. It happens, and yeah, that's what.
It's very but what do you think, about the fact that we don't speak about our failures so easy to people, Many times we keep it for ourselves. We we go through the pain and we avoid the fact that we don't want to speak to anyone about it. What could be the reason why we keep it for ourselves?
It could be different reasons. From my point of view, it was about trust. I think because I don't trust a lot of people
Yeah.
still to this day, because there are people who like to talk and like to gossip a lot. So once you make that step to tell about your, for example, for me, if I would tell someone about my depression, and they would like tell everybody else, then I think it'll be worse for that person. It will be worse for me actually. So I think it has to do with trust, and I think it has to do with the opinion of other person because some people don't like to tell things about themselves, because they're scared of the opinion of other people. So I think it has to do with trust and opinions. I think, and that's why people don't like to talk a lot about their emotions and failures and stuff.
That is true. From experience, I can also say that from experience personally, what was and is still, I think, in some way holding me from telling people about my failures. It's about pride, pride holding me, like thinking like if I speak to someone about the fact that I've failed, for example, just have failed about following the commandment of God or instruction from God. If I tell to a brother, and I'll feel like smaller. I'll feel like someone who has failed. And yeah, it's something. It was a kind of hidden. I can say a hidden pride. It was hidden to me because it was something like normal to me. Like, why should I share it with someone? I was like, I can keep it for myself. I can keep it for myself. But time after time, we learn about ourselves. I always say that when we know as a Christian, when we learn more, the more we learn about Jesus, the more we learn about ourselves. We learn it's like we're standing in front of a mirror. So that I started to realize this pride that was in me, like that's still in me. I'm struggling with like sometimes you can tell someone that you have failed. Sometimes you can tell someone that yeah, you know, this this temptation came, this problem came, and I failed. You know, yeah. I think personally, from experience, it's also pride that was holding me. Hmm. I don't know if you have, if you know
Definitely.
another reason or.
Me, I can reflect on what you said. Pride is one of my, like you say, hidden.
Hmm.
Like people will not see. You can hide it. Like, oh no, I'm not proud. But
Hmm.
like deep down, you are. And another thing I could add is shame. Shame is something that could like hold you back to tell people.
But what hurts most? It's like others people reaction or your pride or the what you have lost. Well, what hurt most when you faced a failure? The fact that's what the reaction of or the other people or just because you want to keep yourself, you know, to boast on yourself.
I think it depends on the people.
Mhm.
I think it depends on the person. For now, I would say I don't really care about other people's opinions. Because I feel like every person um, has his own reason for not speaking about their own failures or things they went through. But I think the most important part is that you don't let the inside thoughts eat you all the way out, because I feel like if you let the inside thoughts um, eat your mind all the way up, it like destroys you inside, and that makes you don't want to talk about anything and makes you even worse emotionally. So I feel like the most important part is just don't listen to the little voice inside of you that says that you're not good enough or you need to do this that makes things worse or da da da. So
Definitely.
yeah,
Yes.
because I think a lot of people have that little voice or that little insecurity, for example, that makes them push back instead of push forward. So I think a lot, of, especially youths, uh, be careful of the people you speak to as well,
Of course, of
because
course.
there are a lot of people that actually like secretly don't want to see you win.
Mm.
It's true. It's true.
That's a fact.
So you have to watch out for that as well, because I know, for example, I know a couple of people. They have like these friends that are close with, but the friends also have a big effect on the decision they will make emotionally. So that's something we need to watch out for.
Yes,
And
some
The
people can
influence.
have a reaction on yeah, a reaction that can I can say that they can destroy you, they can bring you down,
mhm.
and you open yourself to those person. You open yourself, and you because you have failed, because you are weak in that moment, and they give you an answer, they give you an advice or a word, they just say a word that bring you down, and yeah, it's very important. You're right to pay attention about who you are talking to, who you are you. But do you think that it's a must or it's very important to speak to someone after going through a failure, or you or we can just say okay I failed, it's okay, I'll try again, or I'll move on. Is it important to speak to someone or soon?
I would say before doing the process of moving on, you has to you have to speak out. You have to exteriorize it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the work will be done inside of you, and then you can move on. I think that's a way um, of healing of failure and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you have to seek for healing, as you said.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know if I'm allowed to quote the scripture or something like that.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Preach.
Actually, this is not the thing. So what I'm trying to say is, it's important to share, and we have to also understand we cannot share it to anyone, because when you do not have a good friend or a good person to who you can talk to, it's hard because we've been so many times disappointed by people who give us so bad advice. You know, when you receive bad advice or a fake friend who come to you like a friend but actually is not an hypocrite, so you will feel like actually it's harder. You know, it's harder when you feel that you have a friend but actually it's not your friend. Just trying to manipulating you. You know, it's really hard. So in my experience, actually, there was not someone who could help me. Actually, there was not. It was very hard. It was very hard. You know, it was not because, of course, there was pride. I was also ashamed, but there are some situations. There are some depths of fear of failure. I mean, you need something higher. You need something stronger. You know, a human being cannot help you. Human being cannot help you.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
of course, you can also seek a therapist, something like that, or a psychiatric. They can help you, but they have some level they cannot reach. You know,
Yeah, there are
that's why.
limitations, yeah.
So actually, when you arrive in that level, only the Holy Spirit can help you. So for me, he's like my best friend. Without him, it's just impossible to go through some situation or some failure.
Yeah, when you're speaking about this depth of failure that can create a kind of a fear of failure, which is I see as a fortress, you know, and you can close you keep yourself closed and stay in that fortress and to avoid every time, you know, every time you know that you can fail there, you avoid it, you know, and sincerely, this is something that I'm still struggling with. Like there are some things like if it is not an obligation, I can avoid it because I think that I may fail, you know. And sometimes I can give just a simple example. Sometimes I prefer to play a game on the easy level to win than to play on the hard to play the hard level where I will fail, you know. I will struggle. And but it's I've realized this is a kind of a fortress. You will close yourself in that fortress and you limit yourself. And I cannot deny that there are some great opportunities that I've missed, and I think that if I had the you know the courage to try at least, I will get something, you know. You know, but just by the fact that I say I'm not obliged to try it, I just say I may fail. You know, how would it be? You know, I'll just give an easy example. I'll just give you an easy example. You see a beautiful girl, you know, on the streets, and then you are like, yeah, I may fail. You know, she may say no, and you just skip it. You know, you just move on.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but it creates this kind of fortress in
Yes.
in your mind, and you limit yourself, and you miss a lot of opportunities. I don't know what you think about the fear of failing.
Yeah. You want to talk?
Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah, if I can add something about what you said. So, I think the fear of failure, like you say, it's a fortress, like it's walls. I think it's a system that we have known since we are, since we are children. Because, let's say in education, you have to learn, and then you have a test, and then you have a reward if you win or if you success, and if you don't, there is this thing of I fail. Look, I failed my exam, I failed my test, and I think it's a system that we have to break. in our heads, basically. And like Coco said, I think we cannot do that without the help of the Holy Spirit. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to add this.
Do you guys feel like that when we are failing, that you always go to or talk to God enough about it? Because I'm going to confess,
Yes.
I've not everything I've been through is not like I've talked with God about everything, to be honest. And that's one of the biggest struggles I have, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know, it's like sometimes at the moment I forget about even talking to him. And that's the thing that destroys me every time I realize it.
Mm.
Because at that moment something can happen and I can completely forget about reaching out to
Reaching
him.
out to him, yeah.
Yes.
While the Bible
That's
learns
deep.
it to reach out to him every time
Mhm.
there's something wrong and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I've been like continuing to like improve in that subject, but I still have that little struggle because even the smallest moments can be the moments that you don't even think about talking to him.
Yeah.
Yes. True. True.
Yeah,
true.
yeah, you're
So
right.
my
You are
question,
totally right.
yeah. So my question is, do you guys feel like y'all can improve in like communicating to him every time there's something
I
wrong?
think it's
or the-
about how you see God, the
Mhm.
perspective, how you see
Exactly.
God.
Yes.
Do you see him just like someone toward who you have to be perfect, you know? Most of us see God that we have to be perfect in front of him, you know?
True.
We have
Yeah.
to be perfect. And when we fail, when we feel that we are not perfect, we don't even think about speaking to him, looking toward him. And we hide ourselves and we even forget or whatever.
Mhm.
Personally, yeah, you are not alone. You are not alone struggling with it.
True.
I am also going through it, like seeing God more like, yeah, he's the one calling us, casting our burdens, and
Yeah.
all our failures are also burdens. So we have to, yeah, bring it to him and present ourselves. I don't know what you think, guys.
Actually, you talk to the people you are close to, I
Mhm.
mean, yes, you talk to the people you are close to. So if God is just someone who is in the heaven and is far away from you, you don't feel like talking to him.
Mhm.
So, but if you consider God like someone who is a dad, a child can always talk to his dad when he has some problem.
It's a good thing.
So if you think
Yes.
that God is a friend, a friend, you mean your closest friend,
Yeah.
you will always talk to him. It depends on which kind of relationship that you have with him.
Intimacy
Yeah.
you have with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And talking about the fear of failure, actually, fear can be a good thing sometimes, because there are some failure we have to go through it to become stronger. I mean, because when we got improved by some situation, it just means that there is a strength deep inside of us that need to grow actually, and to see who we are actually, our identity, and we can know that we are stronger than we were before. Yeah, that's one thing. Fear can be bad sometimes, but sometimes a good thing, because there are some situations we need to go through,
Mhm.
because this is life actually. Because the fact of failing, uh, okay, of course as I said, there are so many type of failing. Actually, there are so many type of failure. So in the situation like of school, like you said, like my sister said, uh, failing in that situation is not actually a big problem. This is how we learn. This is how human beings learn. If we don't make mistakes, we will never learn. We are people, actually. We are human beings. This is how we grow. This is how we grow in every situation we're doing. If you never make mistakes, it means that you are perfect, actually, and no one is
Mhm. No
perfect.
one is-
True.
That's true.
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 That's the thing.
Mhm.
That's true.
So, guys, before closing, I just want us to share good news with our people who are listening, who are watching us. A good news about this subject. We may have fear of failing. we may fail, but what is something good that you would like to share with our people? I'll start with the lady. Tell me.
Okay. Something good about failure, fear. Um, mhm. I would say recently I had a situation where me as well, I was very down. And failure made me realize, like you said, that I have a God that is not God in the heaven, but is my dad.
Yes.
So for me, that was a good news. And like you said also, like it made me realize that I have to go to him first, seek him first
Yes.
to get what I need, basically. Yeah. And yeah, that's the good news I have.
Yes.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, know that God is your father.
Yeah, God is my
Yes.
father,
Course,
and
amen.
and I can reach to him like anytime I want, because
Yes.
humans, um, for example, you go to your friends, and your friend is also going through things. He will not maybe give you the attention you need, or like you said, bad advice. But when you go to God, you are sure that you will have like the right and the good answers to your problems. Yes.
Yes, that is very true. That's very true. And Melly, you have a good news for our sisters and brothers.
Um, yes. Don't be afraid to fail. Of course, failing is a part of life. Um, fear is also a part of life. But eventually, it's about what you've learned from that failure and what you've learned from that fear. Um, and don't let the fear hold you back from talking to God, like my sister said, because like my brother also said, failure sometimes is good for you. It makes you stronger. It makes you learn about life as well. Learning to know how to act, to prepare yourself for the next time that you failed. What do you do? What do you need to do? What do you need um, to figure out what the problem is and how you can handle it? So my message is, don't be afraid to fail. Just know that God is there, and come back stronger than ever.
Yes. Quickly, Coco, do you have a good news?
Yes, so I want to say, so no matter how long is the night, the sun will shine actually at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and in the book of Psalm, chapter 34, verse 18, it is written that God is near those who has a broken heart. Actually.
Yes.
So, which means that when you are
Powerful.
facing that situation, know that God is near you. It doesn't depend about your relationship with God, your intimacy with Him. No, in that situation, when you have a broken heart, God is near you. Just talk to Him, and you'll see His face.
Amen. And thank you, brothers. Do not forget, let us normalize failure. No matter what is going on, do not panic, As long as it doesn't kill you, it can only make you stronger. So be blessed. See each other next time. Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay.